in Chicago, waiting for the train to come in.
I like the idea of this term, disrupt the visual narrative. That's been really what I'm seeking, I think, in the past year in the work, which is to kind of take what you think is the world and just change it a little bit by putting these elements in that are different. And then that opens your mind to different. And so I'm kind of fascinated by that. And I think clothing is a really simple way to make that illusion or to make that door open, because it's just clothes in the end.
We sobered up and moved down south, and while every man had settled down, stared at that window, watching that world go round.
I think in Sacramento, unusually, despite its love of comfort, because we are in the country, sort of, has a very unique. I think that the average individual, really, even the average individual, likes a unique look. So there's a lot of combination of vintage, mixed with kind of like individual pieces. But there's always an individual twist.
There's a lot of like secondhand stores and thrift stores and boutiques where people have really taken the time to comb through what they have and tailor it, which I think makes it very personal. It's more about owning your look than looking to see what other people are doing and saying, oh, that's what is so popular right now. It's more, what do I like the best about what's going on right now, and choosing that for yourself. And that's why it's so eclectic.
It's forward thinking, it's outside the box, but yet it's so personal. So I think that's what makes it really, really special here in Sacramento. It has such a creative group of people, or such creative minds, and why not include fashion and Sacramento with Paris and London, because it is just as creative, if not better.
Sacramento really appreciates maker culture. You know, I make everything myself. I design and sew it. Leona does. Our team of, everyone is fully invested in that. And the unusual thing about Sacramento, all the Sacramento independent designers here, they're making everything themselves. And that is not so common, actually. And that maker culture, I do think that kind of creative economy is really blooming in Sacramento. And you see that because people really appreciate the work. Whether or not they buy the work, that's kind of irrelevant sometimes. You don't need to buy more clothes. You need to buy something that matches you. But I really love that Sacramento seems to appreciate the maker, the artist, the art of making. And that's an unusual aspect, but I think that's because Sacramento as a city is really invested in culture and in creative arts.
Yeah, come on.
And I'm kind of a geek about everything. So I really have a fascination with history, which you might be able to feel in my clothing, because I think the unusual thing about clothing is you can take time and you can kind of mess with it a little bit, because what happens is that a visual silhouette can suggest something of the past to you, but it's contemporary, it's very modern. So I'm really fascinated by those edges in what I do. And I think that's a constant motivation, is to kind of take time and just fold it and make you have feelings about, is this the past or the future? And that opens a door to visualizing how you're making a future for all of us, for yourself, for the world. And we kind of change our dream of the future by changing what we do now and bringing the past into it in a new way.